This is it, the final episode of not only Tell Me Lies season three, but the series as a whole. The showrunner Megan Oppenheimer announced the day the finale aired that the third season would be the last, and this was her intention to end the show in this way. And I thought it was perfect. So if you've been listening to these episode recap slash discussions, that I've been posting this whole third season. Then you know I've had my sister joining me as we shared our feelings and theories and dissected the show. And again, I have her with me for this final episode as we talk about the finale of Tell Me Lies. So let's just get right into it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so we are kicking off this last episode back in 2015. It is the engagement party, and Bree is taking a cigarette break in one of the many rooms in this estate. Is this Evans? Like, where is this wedding
Family
engagement
house?
party? Yeah, where's
I
this
don't
engagement party
know.
taking place?
I don't know.
Like, I know Wrigley's was talking about like, oh, it's
One of the
a
other big
thousand rooms.
bedrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't know like where this place is. And I think in order to really build up the hype of this episode, I'm gonna try to stay in order of the events that happened.
Mm.
But they're at the engagement party, and Wrigley and Bree are finally having this conversation that they never had in college. We assumed after they had this kiss that their relationship kind of progressed from there, but it didn't. And they have this conversation about basically what they should have had in college. Like, we had this kiss. Our intention was to start something from there. But then the whole thing with Pippa happened, and they are just having this conversation about that. They're saying, we never even had sex in college, and which I assumed that he would have, but it was like obviously it just stopped at that kiss. And Wrigley is basically pleading his case, saying like, of all the people or of all the men in your life, I'm the one that should have had a second chance. I
I
was
agree.
this good guy. You didn't
I
even give
agree.
me an opportunity to explain.
Mhm.
And Bree is clearly having second thoughts about this marriage. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know none of these people here. Like, this whole relationship is kind of outside of my control. And they end up having sex in that room, in that at that engagement party. And they get interrupted because they hear something, but that was kind of like, I don't think that they was having sex before that. Like, it was just this was the first time it happened, from my understanding.
I think because that's the engagement party, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that is true. And like we said, we're going to say in order because when Steven says what he says later, I'm like, what? But okay. So
Hmm.
yes. But
Yeah.
I didn't understand why Bree was reacting, how she was reacting when he was like, well, why don't you just not do this and date me instead? And she's like, why would you say that? It's like, girl, what? Like, because that's how he feels and he's expressing his feelings. And yes, I
Yeah.
agree that he could have gotten a second chance because he's a good guy.
Exactly. That's the
I
thing. Like,
don't
she didn't
like
give him a chance
the
to
lace
explain.
front Bella Eclipse wig that he had on. I didn't like that. But he's a good guy.
Yeah. So that is like a pin in that situation. Is going to get back to 2015 at this wedding. So now we're going back to college. It is their sophomore year. And I really do love this relationship Diana and Lucy have been able to form,
No, me too.
because like
Oh,
Diana clearly is the big sister, the voice of
yes.
reason,
Yes.
the confidant that Lucy has been needing. Like, they were put on opposite ends because they were both dating or hooking up with this guy at the same
Hmm.
time. So they were kind of like had this forced beef
Hmm.
between each other. But now that Steven is like out of the equation, it's like, okay, girl, we can be friends. And it's like,
Actually,
I wonder how many girls can be like, we can be actually friends because we're not
yep.
beefing over the same guy.
Yep. It's like a trauma bond that they have, especially with Steven, because he was fucking their head up the whole time, both of them. And I feel like I'm glad that Diana was able to rise above it, even though she kind of didn't. But
Hmm.
I mean, she rose above it to a certain extent, but she was still a victim because she was letting him dictate her choices. So, yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of choices, Diana, like, basically they having this little heart to heart, and she's telling her that she's not going to Yale. She's going to Stanford, and you could tell that Diana is really pissed off about that. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
borderline tears, like Yale was her dream, and she's like, "Yeah, I gotta derail it because of this guy, and I'm going to because I'm not gonna let him, continue to terrorize my life." But
right.
you can tell that she really wanted to go to Yale, and she says something to her like, and for what it's worth, I believe you about Macy. So it was like they were kind of like clearing the air. And I feel like that was a nice little moment between them two. Like they really Diana has been like stepping up for all the girls
Yes,
in a way
yes,
throughout this show. So I'm glad they had that little tidbit between them two. But then we spearhead to Bree, who knows about Lucy and Evan. Like she's
right.
like, I put it together. She's stomping the campus to be like, oh, I need to
Confront
talk to Lucy.
Lucy.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
gonna talk to her about this. But then Lucy has the harebrained idea that I'm
because
gonna go to
all of her ideas are so great.
yes. She's like, I'm gonna go to Steven's Yale brunch because you know what? He is not gonna keep getting away with this. So I'm gonna go to the Yale brunch. So they're having like a cross pass. Lucy's like right out of there, like the second Bree goes to the door.
Right.
But then Bree gets this phone call from her mom. Her mom saying like, "Hey, girl, I'm on campus. Can you meet me?" And Bree's like, "Well, what do you mean? Like,
Right.
I'm in the middle of doing something." She's like, "No, I need you to come meet me. We need to talk." She's like, "Well, can't you tell me over the phone?"
It's
And
like,
she's like,
no.
"No, meet me. Yeah, come meet me."
But you
So,
pretend that because
yes,
I thought she was going to discuss what happened at her exhibit. And I thought
okay.
it was going to be about this is what happened. I am so sorry. But Evan took me to blah, blah, blah. And I shouldn't have probably done it. But no, that's not what it was about.
It's not. It was like not, I mean, again, like you gotta remember that her mom is young as well.
Yeah.
So she is, I feel like as older as she might be now, I feel like her brain is still forming.
It stopped. Yeah,
But
it stopped.
she's bringing her to an
Intervention.
intervention of sorts. I say that very loosely.
Yes, an
Intervention
intervention.
of sorts with Marianne. Well, I should say bitch ass Marianne, her bitch
Okay.
ass husband Oliver, and bitch ass Amanda. Because they're like, we need to talk about this, Bree. Your obsession with Oliver has
Yeah.
got to stop. And Bree is like, what is
What?
happening? Like, what is happening?
Because she's
And
already heightened sensation about
yes,
what's happening around her in her personal life. And now you're like, what are you
now this is
talking
being
about?
thrown at me. And the mom's just like, no, just listen, just listen. And
Oh,
she's like, you showing up to my house and you're fixation on my husband, you're vandalizing his car. And it's like, I'm like losing my mind because I'm like, I hate this for Brie, not to my
yeah.
baby Brie.
Yeah.
I hate this whole situation. And then her mom, it's like, if anything,
Hmm.
show a front in front of the people. Be like, you know what? I
Yes.
don't understand what's going like,
Yes.
Brie would never do this. And then out the room, be like, girl, what happened? Like, what's going
Right.
on? Get the
Right.
tea. Don't sit there in front of these people that you don't even know, being like, well, Brie, did you do this? It's just
And that's
like,
where Bree was
what's
kind of getting at.
happening?
But again, she's young. In her mind, it's like that was the right thing to do because she doesn't want her to get in trouble, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So it's like, listen to these people. They're giving you a deal, basically. Like, but she doesn't know her daughter. So I guess she
Yeah.
just wasn't comfortable saying, not my
Believing
daughter,
her,
because she doesn't
taking her
know.
word,
Yeah.
I guess, but still, blood is thicker than water. Like, at least believe it until we are out this room, and then I can be like, okay, what did you do? And
Right.
then we can have this conversation. But to
Right.
be there in front of them and just let them bash your daughter, and poor Amanda, I mean, I don't want to, all right, I'll take your bitch ass back, Amanda. You're young too, and obviously you're
Right.
being coerced by these older sickos
Yeah, but here's the
for
thing. I
whatever
don't know.
reason.
Maybe I didn't really know what was going on. Did they coerce her or did it really not happen? Was it a different married person that she was talking about?
I
Or
don't
was it
think
him?
so. I don't think so. I think it's like whatever they said. Like I feel like everybody is telling lies in the show. The show is called Tell Me
Yes.
Lies. Everybody's telling
Yes.
lies. Everybody's
Yes.
manipulating somebody. So either they did something to get Amanda on her side, on their side, like Amanda,
I don't know.
we're gonna give you a good grade, or if you don't back us up in our story, you're gonna get in more trouble. Like who, whatever they said to her for them to be, because Amanda was gung ho, like oh yeah, I'm dating this older guy. We met at the Christmas
Yes.
party. Like she was all gung ho about it.
Yes.
So I feel like whatever they said to her to make her side with
Retract
their
that.
lie, yeah, or to make it seem like
Oh,
he never did this to me. It's just like you say this, that we can continue our relationship. Like I don't know what their agreement was,
that's
but
crazy.
Bree is like losing her mind. And I'm just like, this is blowing my mind because this is the
Yeah.
last thing Bree needs in this situation. She ends up leaving, and I feel like I forget, did Bree like kind of like cut ties with her mom at that point? Like I forget
Yeah,
like
she was like,
what she
I
said to
just want you
her.
to be okay, or I just want you to, whatever. And Bree was kind of like, yeah, I will be, and you won't have anything to do with it, basically.
Yeah, yeah. So we're just like,
So
yeah, we're done here. So now we go to this Yale brunch, which is funny because like all the
this is when the
bears.
fun begins.
This is when the fun begins because Steven's at this Yale brunch. It's a little celebration for all the newly admitted students. And Lucy, I'm like, I mean, I guess like, what are you trying to do, girl? I don't
I
know.
don't know what her thought process, frontal lobe. Okay, we all know what that
Yeah.
is. I
But
don't
she's
know what
been
her
losing her
thought
mind
process
all
is.
season, though. She's been losing her mind
Yeah.
all season. So I guess she's just like, I ain't got nothing to lose. And I'm going to go talk to this Yale rep. And I'm going to tell you that you have got to get rid of this man. He is not who you think he is. And
He,
the rep
he
is
comes running over.
like a bat out of hell.
Okay, the girl's
He's
like,
like,
I don't know what you.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't know what you want me to do with this information. I don't think I'm the right person you need to be selling this to. He's like, hey, what's going on here? Oh,
Hey,
yes,
hey,
this is
hey,
yeah,
Lucy,
yeah.
is
This is my
everything okay?
ex-girlfriend. She's having an episode. We
I'm
need to
so
like,
embarrassed. She's like, he's
yeah,
not embarrassed. He's a sociopath.
yeah. So he's having this conversation like I think he said something like, "This is the worst thing you could have done," or
Yes,
basically like, "You made a mistake, girl." And it's just like, "Yeah, Lucy, like, don't you know? Don't poke the bear. Like,
yes, and she
you
just does not
are."
care. She is out of it.
Yeah, like do not antagonize this man. So it's kind of like, okay, this is going to come back to haunt Lucy in some way. So again, we put a pin on that because it's like, Lucy, you
Yeah.
doing something to upset this man, and you know what he does when he's upset.
Yes.
So we're kind of like knowing where that's going. So now we go into Pippa and Lucy having a conversation,
Hmm.
which is like another reason why Pippa is like right up there with
Makes me sick.
Steven.
Makes me
Yeah,
sick.
Steven, even though Steven does some crazy things, I feel like she is like on that list of like hated characters, especially this season. So
Hmm.
Pippa tells Lucy like, "Hey, I've been cheating on Wrigley and I feel bad about it." And we're thinking we're sharing. This is the share
Yes.
time.
Yes.
You're saying,
Although,
yeah,
Lucy, you never share. Don't ever share because
just don't
everything you
speak.
think is a good idea, it's not. It
Everybody
really
think it's not. So Lucy's like, okay, we're sharing, we're getting, laying our cards on the table. Well, let me tell you this, that I was the girl that Evan hooked up with. That fateful day that ended Bree's and Evan's relationship. And she's just like, if I tell you something, please don't judge me. She's like, girl, no, I'm not going to. Once she tells her, she immediately like,
it's
that's
like
messed
Dr.
up.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. She just went into judgment mode, and I did not appreciate that
Yeah,
at
she's like,
all.
that is not the same thing. She's like, you are weak, you're pathetic, calling her all types of names. And it's like,
Yeah. I'm surprised when you
girl,
wake up, you're not embarrassed. Like, what? Or whatever she
yeah.
said to her.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just rude. And that was toxic. And I have a whole list of how everybody in this show is toxic. But that was, I didn't like that. I mean, yeah, Lucy, you did it. You shouldn't have done it. But you agreed that you're not saying anything. So you shouldn't have said anything to her
yeah, but
about
I could think like she's just kind of like, okay, we're sharing, we're supposed to be quote unquote friends.
it.
We're
Mm-mm.
revealing some of our, I guess, dark secrets, things that we've been holding on to, and now I want to share this with you. I've been holding on to
Mm-mm.
this, and she just immediately judged her for it. And I feel like that's another thing that was kind of breaking
Mhm.
Lucy down mentally. Like I feel like this whole
Is this
when
all
Pippa
in one
said,
day?
I think
Because
so. Like
it's
it's
like,
just like.
oh,
Jinx, like everything is breaking this girl down. So
oh,
now we're going to Pippa and Wrigley. She's finally confessing that, look,
I think I'm
um,
gay.
I think I'm gay. It's like, so what? You're gay. She's like,
Yes. That's
she's
what it reminded
telling
me. I was like,
him,
everybody thinks they're gay. Okay.
yeah, but she's like, look, I know I am, and specifically, I just like girls, and
Right.
that I've been cheating on you. And then she tells him about Diana's news. She didn't say like, okay, Diana's the girl I'm hooking up with,
Right.
but they got kind of got on this conversation of Steven being a bad guy, and then
Nobody does
Steven
anything.
sent her news to her dad, and why are you still friends with him? You keep making excuses, like nobody's doing anything. And at this point, I'm like, okay, Wrigley's like,
That's kind of
I,
crazy.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking, okay, he's about to do something about this. Like, I didn't know what he's about to do yet, but he's kind of like, okay, you calling me out on my stuff, and you know what? You're right. I
Hmm.
haven't been doing anything. So he's just kind of like, the wheels are spinning, and
Right.
he's thinking, okay, how can I, how can I step up?
Hmm.
So fast forward to a little that again, like you said, it's the same day. A lot has been going on in this day. And finally, I feel like we've been leading up to this. This tape has
Hmm.
been released.
Hmm.
Lucy is in class and she sees somebody playing it on a laptop and she's just
Mm.
like, oh my
Mm.
God.
Mm.
So she runs out and it's like everybody is watching it. It's like the talk of the
Mm.
campus.
Mm.
She
Mm.
sees Steven and immediately like, okay, I'm thinking it's him. And I feel like we all are because after the
Yes.
whole Yale brunch,
Yes.
we're thinking like, yeah, this is my retaliation. So she's attacking him like,
Have you
you did
seen the
this.
tape? And he's
Yeah.
like, I know.
How could
Everybody's
I
seen
not?
it.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
Oh,
So,
you better lay low for a while because,
yeah.
oh
And
my
she's like, you did this. And he's like, no, I gave you that tape back.
God.
Like, I
And
think
it's
you
hard to
might have did
trust him.
this.
It's hard to trust him. You did it.
Exactly.
I didn't punish you enough. So you felt like maybe you should punish yourself. That is insane to say that
Hmm.
to somebody.
And she's
And
like,
her to be like, did I?
exactly.
Because
Did I do
that
this?
is
Because her
insane.
mind has been spaced out this whole semester. So she's like,
Oh
maybe I
my
did do
gosh.
this. So
Mm.
then she's going to your boy, Alex, trying to be like, I just need to like lay low. I need to hide up somewhere. And he's like, you can't come in here.
Not
You ain't got to
here.
go home, but you can't
Yeah,
come in here.
you can't come here.
So she's just like, no, you said you wouldn't judge me.
He's like,
And I
well,
came here because of that. And I feel like was kind of confirming that he had some type of sexual assault happen to
yeah,
him. Because
yeah,
he's like, you don't lie about this. Is the one thing you don't lie
yeah,
about. He was like, I was
yeah,
feeling like I was being compassionate towards you because I felt like we were in the same boat. We were kind of like
right,
both going through this trauma, but to
right.
find out that you lied about it, he's just like, no, this is not the thing you lie about. So he's kind of like cutting ties with her. And we
And
found
that's
out that
real.
Breeze and yeah, that we found out Breeze in there and she's like, don't like you didn't let her know I was there. So she probably went to him as her
Mhm.
brother for comfort. But it is like Lucy, this is the thing that you don't lie about. This happens to so many people and a lot of people don't say anything because they feel like they are
Exactly,
lying.
because they're not believed. Exactly. So you don't lie about that.
So that kind of like put another nail in Lucy's psychotic coffin. So then we go to Wrigley eating alone in the caf. We'll call it the cafeteria. And Steven walks up. He's like, oh, I'm about to leave. And then he's like, oh, well, they having a conversation about the tape. And did you see this? And Steve was like, well, it's what she deserves. Like, if
Basically,
anybody, yeah, if this is what she deserves.
if anybody's
Um,
life deserves to
just
be ruined,
yeah,
it's hers.
it's her. And I
Oh,
feel like this is when Wrigley finally realized, like, okay, this is the kind of guy that this man is. Like,
mm,
and I think I need to do something about it because nobody's doing anything. So if I
right.
can, do something about this, then I'm gonna do it. And again, I feel like this episode is just like all the lies are coming to the table.
Mm,
Pippa tells Bree that Lucy lied to protect her. So I
mm-hmm.
feel like finally she's admitting like, okay, I was the one that got assaulted. I've been afraid to report it.
Right.
And Lucy was trying to protect me. But I feel like, okay, you saying this, like, what's all the hate towards Lucy for?
Right.
Like, you see that she basically
Like
took
you
one
know
for the
why she
team.
did it. You know why she did it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was stupid, yes, but you know
Yes.
why she did it.
Yeah, her intentions were good, but it's like the way she did it was like no.
Yeah.
So there was kind of like a little conversation that they had. But then Lucy gets called down to the dean's office for the tape. And at this point, I was just like, my baby Lucy. I just felt
That was so sad to
so
me. That
bad
was
for
so
her.
sad to me. I literally said, her in
I
the
was
dean's
like,
office was so
Lucy,
sad to me. Like she
yes.
was spaced out. Like you
Like
could
just
tell she
like
was like disassociated. Like,
yes. So they're calling her down like Lucy, we seen this tape. We know what's going on for the well-being of the students, they said. You're being asked to leave.
mm,
So she's getting expelled. And she's just like, yes, thank you.
mhm.
Thank
That was
you.
some good acting. That was some
Yeah.
very good acting
Like,
because she's
okay,
like,
I
well, no,
understand. Thank you.
yes, I would like to go home for a bit.
Yes.
I'm going to be going abroad next
They're
year.
like,
So, No, you're
Mm-mm. They
not.
like,
Basically, like,
yeah, they're
girl,
like,
that's
that's
a Baird
a
program.
exactly,
Like, do
honey,
you
you're getting
understand? And I
expelled.
don't think she did. Like, she
She did not.
didn't.
That's what I'm saying. She
That
just
was so
like,
sad.
okay, thank you.
That was
Yes.
so.
And
You
it
can
was
go
just
to your room now, and you can pack up because your mom's coming. You're already okay.
okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
And that little
Yeah.
tear that dripped down
I
when she said
know. I'm
thank
like,
you. I was like,
Lucy.
oh my God, that was the first time I wanted to shed a tear for Lucy
Yes.
because
I was just like Lucy, like, and I guess
that
this was her breaking
was her
point.
breaking point. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That was
Oh
her
my
breaking point.
gosh. Like,
Yeah.
I wish you could see my face. Just like,
Like it's
oh,
so spaced out and like not really comprehending what's happening. And it's like I guess like I mean I've never been expelled from school. So
right.
I don't know like the repercussions of that. Like is that something I mean when they say you got a permanent record, is it like when you
Right.
go to another school, is it
They
like okay,
see
we've
that.
seen you got expelled because you lied about sexual
Right.
assault. Like is that something that's literally going to follow you and now you can't
It
get into
might be
another
on the
school?
transcript. I don't know. It
Yeah,
might be on
like
a
it's
transcript, like no, like completion, expulsion. Like, I don't know.
yeah. It's not like it's not gonna ruin your life because I feel like you could come back from that. But I guess like in this point in time in your 20-year-old life, it seems like it's the end of the world. So it's
Mhm.
just like, dang, Lucy, you literally got packed up, gotta
Mm.
leave the campus. So now Bree and Evan are finally having an honest conversation. She's like, look, you tell me the truth and then we can move past this. If you're lying to me, you're dead to me. Because she's like, look,
Mhm.
I know. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna know that you're not being truthful. Is Lucy the girl you cheated with? And
Right.
he's like, damn, can't escape it anymore. Yes,
Yeah.
she's
Okay.
the girl.
All right, because I already knew.
Yeah, she's like, okay, let's move past this. I think she's like, I don't want to say, I mean, I guess she is kind of settling. And I feel like, again, taking Marianne's terrible advice
Yes,
of
about
being like,
being with
being with
somebody who
somebody
loves
who
you more.
loves you
Yes,
more.
because
So
when
she's
he
just
said,
like,
"Why are you forgiving me? Because you love me."
yeah. So she's kind of like, okay, this is finally out. This was like something that was a secret that was kind of holding our relationship back.
But Wrigley loves her
And,
too. I don't understand that. Like, she could have
but I,
used that. Could have been. I mean, not to be now. I'm with the lies and manipulation. She could have used that as like, listen, well, I don't want
baby,
to be with you anymore. I'm going to be by myself, or we're breaking up. And then she could have moved on.
exactly. But I feel like she didn't have that conversation with Wrigley yet. She's thinking like you was with Pippa, you're another man that deceived me. She didn't have that conversation where they could be like, okay, that was a mistake. I did this 'cause in the beginning. He said I was with her because she was sad. You never had pity sex before,
Right.
so we're just like they didn't have that conversation. They had that conversation years later. So if I feel like if they would have had that now, that she would have allowed him to explain things,
Right.
then
Right.
maybe they could have worked it out. But they didn't have that conversation yet. So this was when I tell you I laughed so loud when Steven got a call from Yale resending that acceptance.
Mm,
He was like, what are you talking about? Who is
yeah.
this? And is this a joke? They
This
were
is a
like,
joke.
we received some information about you, about harassment and how you distributed pornography, and
Pornography.
that does
Yes.
not
Mm,
uphold to our code of
mm-mm.
conduct.
I was
And
like,
we're going to
yes.
rescind this acceptance. He's like, you can't do that. I got to, they was
Mhm.
like, we have the right to rescind.
Mhm.
And then it went to an immediate cut of Wrigley and
Wrigley. I was
the
like,
goat.
oh.
Once before they even showed him, I was like, Wrigley did this. I was like, he did this. And he was just saying, like, who did it? Who called you? Who said this? Like, you really showing his true colors,
Mm-hmm.
yelling at the Yale
Mm-hmm.
rep. But once they showed Wrigley, I was just like, Wrigley,
Because you saw, like you said, you saw
can't
the
make
wheel
me hate
spinning when
you.
he was like, he sent
Mm-hmm.
the pornographic,
It's
news to her
yeah,
dad.
only Pippa, Diana, Steven, and
Yeah.
Wrigley now knew that. Like nobody
Right.
knew that. So I
Right.
feel like Pippa didn't call Yale. So I
Right.
feel like the only people that knew that he sent those nudes
Yep.
and he knew that, he was harassing Lucy. So
Yep.
it's just like he was the only one that had that privy information and he did
Mm-hmm.
something about it. Like finally,
Yep.
like I feel like because people were saying like, oh, he needs to be in jail or Steven needs to be in jail and he needs to be unalived and they were like, what's some things that can really have some consequences for him? But I feel like this was a big consequence. Like he wanted
Yep.
Yale. I feel like this was like a
Yep.
key to his future. He felt so happy and proud about it. So for something like that big to be taken away from him, I mean, I feel like that's as much justice as we're going to get with somebody like this in a show like this. So I was very happy that they got rescinded. And yeah, you're not going to yell, buddy. Tough luck. I'm glad Wrigley was the one to do it.
Yeah, to do something, like Pippa said.
But then after that moment, Wrigley, they cut to him beelining somewhere. He was going to go see Bree, and I feel like he was basically going to try to explain because they haven't had any conversations since that night that he was with Pippa. But then Evan is leaving, and she's like, "Oh, you're here to see Pippa? She's not here. Like clearly he was coming to see her."
Hmm.
And that kind of like knocked the wind out of him. Like, man, you still with this man. So
Hmm.
that was kind of like a pin in their relationship.
Yeah, it
And
was like a
then,
gut punch.
yeah, so he just kind of took us to the chin and
And then she
he,
took it a step farther and gonna, I love you, and give him a
yeah.
kiss. I'll tell her you
So,
stop by. Bye. Like,
so now we see Diana. She's like, oh, again, sweet Mother Teresa Diana. She's like, I heard you got expelled to Lucy. She's helping her pack up and she's telling her like, look, this is not the end of the world. This is not something that's going to break you. It's just going to be that thing that you might think back on later on in life about something that happened to you. It's not, don't let this like be the thing that
define
defines your
you.
life. Yeah,
Right.
giving her some
Such
like
a big
advice.
sister. Such a big
Yeah.
sister. Yeah.
And now we back to the best part of this show. We're back in 2015. We're at the wedding
Oh,
and
everyone's having a good
yeah,
time.
everything is just literally about to hit the fan now. We find out that Diana did indeed go to Yale, which is like, yes, good for her.
Yay.
She did
Yes.
not go to Stanford. She was able to stick to her plan. They're having a good time. Lydia is like, can we go? Like, why are we
Oh
still
my
here?
gosh.
Do I have to sit here and watch you flirt with your ex-girlfriend? He was like, I don't need to flirt with her. I slept with her this morning.
He
Like,
is over her. He's like, and I think we
yes,
should break up. Like, you're on my
exactly.
nerves.
And it's like, Lydia, you're an idiot because like
But didn't he say we only got together to
that's what I'm
get
saying. He said that to her, like, I only
yes.
got with you to piss Lucy off.
Yeah. He
And
said that's not working. So
yeah, so we're done here. And it's like, you're really upset. Like, Lydia, did you really think, like, in your brain, did you really think this man was really into you and that it was not no type of retaliation because of whatever your fallout with Lucy? So now Steven is having this conversation with Brie at the wedding, and she's just like, oh my God, leave me alone. But he just like, it's crazy. Like, how did you had no reaction to that voicemail
yeah.
I sent you? Because he was like, oh, you already knew.
Oh my God, you already knew.
And oh my God, you were the one who released the tape. Taking it a step further, Hops on, I'm like, first of all, I'm like, who was even still here at the wedding?
One,
Um,
two, because Lydia did say it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
But then I'm like, why would anybody let him say anything on the
yeah.
microphone?
So
Like,
he's
and
like,
once they
hey
saw where it was
guys, real
going,
quick.
why weren't they like tackling him?
But yeah, I
with-
guess they think he's joking. They're like, "Oh, Steven." So he just like,
Mm-mm.
"Hey, let me get on the mic real quick. Hey, Evan, I hate you. I hated you for a while." He's like, "No,
That's
I'm serious."
horrible.
He's
That's
like, "No, I'm not
horrible.
joking. I
And I
hate you."
believed him. And I
Yeah.
believed him. He hates that man.
He's like, "I hate you. I never liked you. Like, I'm coming to now." It's like he's cleaning out the closet at this point. So Steven gets on the mic and just airs everything out. He says that Evan was with Lucy. I feel like everybody pretty much knew this. So I don't know. I mean, I guess like everybody, it's like the secrets was like in different pockets, and that
Right.
nobody knew that everybody knew. Because I feel
Right.
like Pippen knew, Bree knew,
But did
Steven
Pippa
knew.
know? Oh, Pippa knew because
Yeah,
Lucy told her. But
because
yeah,
Lucy
so
told her.
nobody knew that Bree knew.
Everybody knew. Yeah, like everybody just like, hold up. Like everybody know this is not really a secret. So he says, look, Lucy and Evan, they got together in college. Bree was the one that released the tape that ruined Lucy's life and what got her expelled. Me and Lucy, we hooked up this morning.
This morning.
And and Brigley, we'll just call him
That's
Brigley.
Brigley, yes.
And
And
Brigley,
Brigley's been fucking for months.
they've been hooking up. Happy wedding. So then all hell breaks loose. And then
The song
the
choice,
the song
wonderful.
Chef's Kiss. Then you play Britney
Wonderful.
Spears Toxic. It's just like
Yes.
this should have been a theme song for this
Yes.
show in the beginning. So Toxic is running there. I was like, this is a dark comedy. Like
Yes.
this show is a dark comedy. They're
Bree
running
throwing cake.
around. Bree is yeah, she's throwing cake at Stevens. Evan is trying to talk to Bree like, is this true? He's in Wrigley's face. Wrigley's like,
Wrigley, well, he's
well,
like, Wrigley, are you screwing Bree? He's like, yeah.
yes. Yeah. Diana's like,
Yeah.
Pippa, let's
Pippa,
go.
let's go.
He's
And
like,
Pippa's like,
yep.
mm-hmm.
Let's get out of here. So everybody's just like freaking out, and rightfully so. And I feel like this look that Wrigley had, they're like, yeah, now that this is
Yeah,
out,
he's getting his handed to him, and really, and he's just standing there like, like I'm not listening to a thing this man is saying, because I'm kind of glad that he knows.
exactly. I feel like they're like it's out in the open. I
Yep.
feel like Evan's gonna be like, is this a marriage gonna continue?
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
Wrigley, like, we're gonna continue. Like they're looking at
Yeah.
like, look, we're about to
Yeah.
now it's out there now. Everything
Yep.
everybody knows, so what do we have else to lose?
Mm.
And then in another plot twist, Steven's like, all right, Luce, let's go.
Okay. Bodily harm's
Big,
coming to me. I think we need to go. Are you coming with me? Because it looks
okay,
like I'm all you got. So
yeah,
let's
he's like,
go.
babe, I'm heating up the car. We out of here. And
I'm
I'm
all you
like,
got left.
Lucy, do
You're not
not go
coming
with
back
it.
from this.
Do not go with this man. And what does she do? Hop in the car and they're driving off to hell together. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay. He's like, oh, look, I gotta go get gas. And Lucy's like, well, I'm gonna go get us coffee. And then I was like, girl, he is not gonna be
He is
here.
not there, but thank you for leaving my bag, dog, because
Yes. When Lucy comes out of the gas station,
he is
car's
not there.
gone, her bag's there at the pump, and she lets out this laugh. I laughed right along with her because I'm
Because
like,
it's like,
yes,
girl, you knew not to do that.
she cracks up and it's like, yes, Lucy. It's like
It's like a
a
joke at this
freedom
point. Like,
laugh.
girl,
Yes.
like you knew what that you
I can't
wasn't supposed.
believe like I feel like I knew this is the type of guy he is, but yeah, I still fell for it again. So people were saying like in that instance, like which I don't think she knew. I feel like she went with him on the intention like this is familiar, why the hell not? You did sleep with him this morning. So it's not like you're above going with him to places. So I feel like
And
yeah,
I
she went
guess
with him on the intention like, okay, yeah, we about to be out of here. Not
I mean,
thinking
yeah, and
like,
I also think it was just kind of like a hopefully it was kind of like a I'm just not gonna take this too seriously,
yeah.
like a beneficial type of you scratch my itch whenever and just whatever, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
see you around. But I don't know, that just was crazy. But I feel like when Bree said this is your chance to make a decision, but this is
Mm-hmm.
it. So now does she not have any friends because you done chose him basically over Bree, and Bree said, I told you this is it. If you decide to go, then you go on. So now does
But I
she
feel
just
like were
not have
they
any
good
friends?
friends? But were they friends? Did she have friends to begin with? I mean, I feel like cut your losses. Like if you never talk to any of these people, I'm surprised that like all y'all are even together at this wedding.
At the wedding,
So
yeah.
I feel like if this is like okay, if I never see these people again in my life after this moment, is that gonna make or break your life? No, I
That's
feel you might
true.
be better off, Lucy,
That's true.
to not have any connections to anybody at Baird. So I feel like if
That's true.
that's the end of Steven, Pippa, Bree, all of them, girl, you might be better off.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And
I
he
feel
did her
like
a favor by just
exactly
leaving.
by finally knocking some sense a little bit because I feel like yeah, Lucy's gonna keep going back. But I feel like this finale was perfect. No notes. I feel like I don't have any lingering questions.
Yeah, we don't
Everything
need to know
felt
what happened after. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't need everything spelled out. I don't need a made for Hulu movie. I can just assume and hope that these people got
Grow
better in
up.
their lives. Yeah. But yeah, I think it was a great finale. We were always questioning like how can this get wrapped up in one episode?
Right.
And it got wrapped up in one episode
Yep.
perfectly. And along the lines of series finales, I will put that up there as like a good one. Like it was a great
Yeah.
series finale.
I agree. It wasn't, I wonder if it was like, nope, everything got answered. We knew what happened. We saw, the effects of people finding out what they found out, and it just was unfortunate that it was at the wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. Overall great show. It had us talking, it had us feeling things, it had us angry, had us sad, and
Cracking up.
that's what good television does.
Hmm.
So shout out to the cast and creators. Y'all did a great job. For people who may discover this show years later, maybe just discovering it now because it's been trending, like y'all in for a ride, and I hope y'all enjoy it because we sure did.
Hmm.